think at a really young age, it registered to me that the girls who always got the job were lighter than me. And I didn't really know how to take that because for me, I wanted the job so much that I kind of think I desensitized myself to that, but it was really suppressed in me to the point where when I would see like a light skinned girl, I would automatically assume her personality, like what she thinks of me. And I didn't even know I would do that because, I've been experiencing that since I was a little kid. It wasn't until I went to therapy that I would say little things like, oh, yeah, I mean, it'll probably be her. She'll probably get it. She's light skinned. And my therapist would be like, who is telling you that you're underqualified? I'm like, well, come on. Like, it was just so second nature to me until somebody stopped me and was like, the things that you're saying are trauma. That is not truth. And I think it really can be changed. So I've realized that, yes, I have experienced that a lot. But I think for me, I had to work to make it not about me. It's history. It's culture that we have to remold. That's hard to do. It's like rebranding.
What's up, everyone? It's Books and Looks TV. So I'm doing a series called Pretty for a Dark-Skinned Girl that focuses on beautiful dark-skinned women who often face colorism in the entertainment industry. My first episode was on Kelly Rowland. My second episode was on JT from the City Girls. And today, my third episode will be on Coco Jones, the R&B singer, former Disney star. So I'm going to talk about her background, and then I'm going to talk about basically she overcame a lot of obstacles in Hollywood and pretty much how she has structured her mindset around colorism. So just stick around if you like this type of content. So Coco Jones was raised in Nashville, Tennessee by a mother who was also a singer and a father who played in the NFL. She learned her ambition early on. She says, my dad got to wake up and live his dream his whole life. That was kind of the upbringing that our parents wanted us to have. Whatever you're passionate about, as long as you work for it, we'll support you. We'll help cultivate that, they would say. Music was basically her first love, so she began recording at the age of 9. Her mother would basically help her set up her Windows PC and recorded albums worth of demos that she would burn on CDs to share. Auditions, talent shows, cattle calls, Jones jokes. I just be out there handing out these little albums that my mama made on her computer. It makes sense that Coco Jones found her way into acting through music. First as a recurring guest on Disney's musical sketch comedy, So Random, and in 2012 as the golden voice, love interest in the network's TV movie Let It Shine. After she starred on the 2012 Disney Channel musical Let It Shine, she struggled to maintain stardom and fell out the spotlight until she created a buzz through her viral TikTok videos before unveiling her reshaped image as Hillary Banks on Bel-Air, which premiered on Peacock. Many wonder what happened to Jones, and she would basically come out with a video talking about her grievances in the entertainment industry, which I'm going to play next.
In my mind, this is what I was thinking. Keep in mind, I'm a regular girl. Like, I just dropped out of freaking school for this. Like, I don't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, my people, we don't know anything. So yeah, they're like, you're this amazing star. Like, oh my God, like, your talent. You're supposed to have a TV show. All right, cool. I'm believing this. So, like, I can even recall, like, being in this room looking around at, like, the heads of all of this. Like, I was like, oh, it's a wrap. Point blank period is a wrap. So yeah, we talk about this development, talk about all this stuff. Falls through. I don't know. Like, just as much as they tell me, that's all I know. You know what I'm saying? So that doesn't happen. But what I think was the most like traumatic thing about it for me is that I was like, all right, if I can just let them see like my talent, then they'll believe in me. But they would really hear me sing, hear me act, see me dance. I'm going hard in the paint. I want it. And then because of somebody else looks a little bit more marketable, doesn't matter, baby girl. So that's traumatizing as a little kid. You don't know how to cope. Like, you're looking at yourself like, what did I do? I'm asking my mom, what did I do? You know what I'm saying? it was just a lot of gassing me. I didn't know what was true.
So I honestly feel like, aside from her talent, social media pretty much helped her career come back into the spotlight. A lot of people empathize for her, especially since she had a lot of talent. And she would later come out with the hit song, I See You. But before that, she would talk about her grievances in the entertainment industry.
Other lighter girls get every job can mess with your literal mental health as a kid, as you're coming up in this world. But I think that's another reason too why I make songs like Caliber on my EP, because what I'm really saying is like, I have standards. Like, you're not just gonna be able to treat me any type of way. Like, get on my level. Like, can you bring something to the table? Are you just taking from me, you know? Because music is life. What you're saying in these songs becomes life. And I just be thinking like, I want to give girls another option. When they come to my concerts, we can cry about a nigga for like 2-3 minutes max. But the rest of the time is giving, let's turn up. We're beautiful. I mean, I want great things for myself. I'm going to get them. He might give them to me. The world's going to give them to me. Either way, I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it myself. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all just more positivity, just because I realized when things started to change in my life, when like my circumstances started to change and people were paying attention to me again after years of what seemed like my world being over, it was because I was also speaking better things about myself and what I could have. Words are powerful. I really am intentional with the words that I put in my music. I want the girls singing my songs to be speaking life over themselves.
In 2018, she debuted a single called Just My Luck. It was a clapback against the entertainment industry. She says in a song, does my confidence offend you? Cookie cutter enough for you? Is my melanin offensive? In the video, you can see that she's pretty much vulnerable. The video had amassed over 3 million views on YouTube. And she would have other vulnerable songs like Love is War, etc., where she talked about scars and just loving someone else. But these videos definitely stood out. Coco Jones would say, as a dark-skinned actress, you're pretty much starting from zero every single time. It doesn't matter what you've done or what your resume says. A lot of the determining factors for being qualified are out of your control, no matter how much time and effort you put into the script. Coco Jones would also make the song Hollywood, where she talked about how Hollywood was a weird industry, but she would later take it down. Again, after like her speaking out, actually getting a role on a Black TV sitcom, you kind of saw more of her. And again, her song ICU was such a hit that it kind of drifted her back into the entertainment industry. But she had to work really hard to get eyes on her and pretty much tell her truth.
I really want to push that message out too. When people watch my interviews, I always try to talk about how long my journey was, and the highs and the lows, and the points where I was like, I'm done here. I can't, I literally don't have it in me to fight this battle anymore. But something would always keep me here. And I know it was God, of course, an opportunity, but it's really just not giving up.
How long did it take? Do you feel like?
I feel like if it was up to me, I moved to LA when I was 17, and I had my first like big moment of stardom when I was 14. And I'm 25. So 10 years to me.
That's so always a number.
You're still so young.
I mean, I started as a fetus, but if we're going back to, but if we're starting at 9, then that's a hella long time. That's so I did that math right.
Question.
So now I'm going to play some public opinion, and then I'm going to conclude.
I seen this tweet that says, so y'all telling me Coco Jones, who sings ICU, is the same Coco Jones from Disney's Let It Shine? Way before ICU and Disney, Coco Jones had been making a name for herself since she was a child. Appearing on Maury's Most Talented Kids and even Disney's Next Big Thing. All her hard work led her to a leading role in Disney's Let It Shine, which most people remember her from. Even after her time at Disney, Coco continued to act and release music, appearing in Vampires vs. Brooklyn and landing the leading role in the new Bel Air series. In 2022, it was announced that Coco Jones had signed to Def Jam and released her single Caliber. But her new single ICU is making an impact in a major way. Like they say, there's no such thing as overnight success, and Coco Jones has definitely paid her dues.
So today I'm going to be talking about colorism on Disney Channel. So many of you are probably familiar with the beautiful and talented Coco Jones. Coco Jones had a lead role in the movie Let It Shine. And since this movie did significantly well, Disney Channel had promised her a sequel and to promote her as the next big star. However, Disney failed to keep their promise because apparently her look wasn't marketable enough. Years later, she came out and said this.
The people that they gave me wanted me to sound sellable. All right, sellable. Yeah, y'all do math. Sellable. And I literally would write these songs so dope, and they'd be like, "Oh, no, thank you though."
And I think we all know what sellable means. Coco Jones has a very powerful, soulful voice, and it was very clear that they were trying to whitewash her sound. She also came out and said this.
I'm going hard in the paint. I want it. And then because of somebody else looks a little bit more marketable, doesn't matter, baby girl. So that's traumatizing as a little kid. You don't know how to cope.
And this is really upsetting because Coco Jones is obviously very beautiful and talented. And she's just one of many dark-skinned women who have experienced this in the industry. But I want to have a discussion about this, so let me know what you guys think in the comments.
She was Hollywood's acceptable version of a black girl, and that's why she was so easily marketable.
Talk your talk, because you're absolutely right. I don't know if y'all remember this little songbird called Coco Jones. She's tall, dark-skinned, beautiful, can sing, act, dance, can crack a joke. She has a show on YouTube called Tea and Coco. It will have you weak for days. She's starring in a new rendition of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air on Peacock as Hillary Banks. She has a new album out, and it's so amazing. She brought R&B back like Beyonce did on 4. And she said in her viral video on what happened, everybody wants to know what happened because we all met her, was introduced to her on Disney Channel's Let It Shine, and which we were cheated out of because there was supposed to be a Let It Shine 2 in a Coco, starring lead show. We were just cheated, and she alluded to a fellow Disney star. She didn't say who. She wasn't a whistleblower like that, but we all know she was talking about Zendaya. And she said that she came to her and she was like, "Yo, you are so talented. How am I getting these roles and you are not?" Well, she had the skin to win. She she was like me. Well, lighter than me because I'm fully black and Zendaya's mixed, so that helped her up a little bit more. But yeah, colorism. It's real, y'all. Not reverse colorism. Colorism. And justice for Coco. I'm glad that she's doing her thing now. She's thriving. She's not bitter. True bad bitch ain't weak or bitter. And yeah, interesting.
I'm really goofy and like regular. I don't like to be like, "Hi guys, so da-da-da-da. Yes, I did that." And you would do it too for a check. I was an employee. And I was going to get employee of the month. And that's on period. So yeah. But that's not who I really am. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'd just like to say that everyone from this movie is doing great. And I think that goes to prove something.
Hey guys, it's Amina back at it again reporting all the TikTok and celeb news, and don't forget to follow me on TikTok and Instagram at Amina Lee. But this time I'm going to talk about what happened to Coco Jones. If there's any other celebrities that you want me to do, make sure you guys comment below. This is young Coco when she was on Disney's Next Big Thing from 2010 to 2011. But you guys may recognize her from her most iconic role as Roxy in Let It Shine. So Let It Shine released in 2012 and it did amazingly well on Disney Channel. Honestly, Roxy killed all of her songs and this movie was just literally iconic. Anyways, I decided to keep up with Coco by watching her YouTube, and she released a video called What Really Happened to Coco Jones. So in this video, she talked about, wanting to find that role that was pretty much going to boost her career, and then she got the role as Roxy and Let It Shine. Coco said after her role as Roxy, she pretty much blew up. She had publicists, it was fame, red carpets all the time, so pretty much the norm. Did you guys know that Coco was supposed to have her own show and Let It Shine was supposed to have a sequel? It got canceled. Part 2 coming out.
Hey my loves, it's your girl, Miss Monday XX here. Okay, singer Coco Jones, who I absolutely love. I love her voice, beautiful. I love her on Bel-Air. If you have not seen Bel-Air on Peacock, check it out. I love it. She talked about how she felt like recently the music industry has gotten better for dark-skinned girls. And I will say this, in the last year or so, I have been seeing a lot more brown-skinned and dark-skinned girls than I've ever seen. However, it's still not the total representation and visibility that I want to see. Also, I believe that a lot of that comes from the fact of social media, because a lot of dark-skinned women, just like a lot of black trans women, are able to get out there because social media takes the power away a lot from Hollywood, and it puts it back in the hands of that person. But for me, I gotta say this: we still need to call out colorism, because colorism is so real and it needs to stop. Period. Because colorism disgusts me. Period.
The last question. Hollywood, if there was one actor you feel should get more shows or films and recognition, who would it be? One actor that should get more shows or films? I'm going to say, not myself. Honestly, I'm going to say, like my Disney girls, China playing Sky Jackson, like just being in the same room with all of us. I know how hard it is to like branch out and do other things and, find those roles that fit you. So I would want to see them girls win.
Coco Jones is a very beautiful girl. I think she's a total package. Like, she has a beautiful face, body, skin complexion, and she is very determined and confident. I really hated that she struggled with like colorism in the industry. It's crazy because a lot of people used to feel like, oh, if you made it on Disney, that's a lifetime check. But there's so many celebrities who are saying that Disney is racist, that Disney cheated them. And so it's really disheartening to hear that someone that a lot of young people looked up to was pretty much not given an opportunity despite showcasing her talent. But I'm happy that Coco Jones took power into her own hand and just reminded people who she was and what she went through. I hope to see more of Coco Jones. And I have seen like instances where she said that colorism has gotten better in the entertainment industry. But do you all think it's really gotten better? Or do you think it's circumstantial? Let me know down below. And thank you so much for listening to Books and Looks TV. I'll see y'all next time.